Welcome to Savvy Business, Life Unscripted, with your host, Christina Rivera, where our guests share their wisdom and valuable business tips, empowering our audience to expand their personal potential.
Hello, Mort Fertel of SudShare. Welcome to Savvy Broadcasting, Life Unscripted. I'm so grateful to have you here today, and you are calling in to chat with me and my co-host, Bill Amaralt. We're so excited to have you chat with us today. You have a fascinating franchise where you're bringing average folks in and changing how Americans look at laundry. But before we go to all of those yummy details, share a little bit about your backstory.
Sure. So my name is Mort Fertel. I started my first business. I was 18 years old. I franchised that business actually to 7 cities around the country. And then in my senior year at college, I sold that business. That was my first exit. I think I was 20 years old. I went to the Wharton School of Business. I graduated and then went to work on Wall Street for a few years, which I hated. It was all about money, and I need my work to be about more than just money. I like making money, but I like to combine profit with purpose, margin with mission.
I love that.
So then I started my own direct mail advertising company. I sold that 5 years later, bought a one-way ticket to Bangkok, traveled around the world for about a year, searching for the meaning of life, which I found along with my wife. And then I wrote a book about 20 years ago called Marriage Fitness. It's an alternative to marriage counseling, which I developed into an online self-help program for people in marriage crisis.
Oh, that's fascinating. And we could use a lot more of that today because people are having issues with relationships. So, yeah. So if they I've had a very eclectic career doing a lot of different things, and SudShare is pretty unrelated to all of it, but an exciting recent part of my life and career. And I do 99% of my time now. Marriage Fitness is still in operation, but 99% of my time now is still is devoted to SudShare. Yeah. So now it became a family business. How did that work out? Did you just wake up one day going, hello, wife, I have an idea what we could do with the whole family. How did that work out?
So here's how it started and here's how the family got involved. So my wife, SudShare started because of one comment my wife made in 2017. She was in the laundry room, buried in laundry, 5 kids at home. And she's like, this is crazy. I can tap an app and get to the airport, FaceTime someone on the other side of the world, but I'm still doing laundry like my grandmother. Mm-hmm. And as always, she was right. Technology's made everything so fast and easy, except for this chore we hate the most and it takes the longest, laundry. It's actually shocking. Mm-hmm. There's been no innovation in this space since the washer and dryer almost a century ago. Mm-hmm. And as a result, in America, we're spending 13 billion hours and $75 billion a year doing something that literally no one wants to spend time and money doing. Mm-hmm. There just hasn't been a good alternative. Wow. We like to joke that there are 3 things certain in life: death, taxes, and laundry. SudShare solved laundry. It's incredibly simple. You just tap the app and it's done. Wash, dry, fold, pick up, and delivery. We call it Life Without Laundry, and it's powered by this nationwide network of 70,000 personal launderers throughout the nation. So getting back to your question, when my wife made that comment in the laundry room, my 16-year-old son was there. And like a typical teenager, he's, look, Mom, I'm not helping you with the laundry, but I can solve this problem for you. I'll build you an app. So We thought he was kidding.
Yeah.
But we homeschooled our kids and we taught them you can learn to do anything. Well, he believed us. He looked at what Uber was doing and he said, I can do this. And he went ahead and he built the 2 apps with all the technology in the background, modeling the Uber business model. And voila, SudShare was born. And so that's how it became a family business, is that, my wife made the comment and recognized the opportunity. My son was interested in getting involved in technology and believed he could learn anything, which he did. He's brilliant. Then when it started to really take off, I got more and more involved to help with the business development.
Wow. And
then about a year and a half ago, my other son, Nakshon is my co-founder and the tech guy. He's a triplet. So one of his brother His name is Moshe. So Moshe, about a year and a half ago, saw this rocket ship taking off, and he's like, "Hey, wait a second! Don't leave without me. Can I get in?" So of course, we said yes. So now Moshe works with us in the business as well.
But Mort, this is a fascinating story on so many levels. I'm the oldest of 6, and I remember my mother doing laundry many years ago. I won't say when, and just how she even got through it. And then she delegated it because she was working part-time as well. Also, my first job out of college was with General Electric, selling motors and controls to the laundry manufacturers like Amana and GE. And first job out of grad school was on a laundry detergent brand at Procter & Gamble. So as I was reading your background, I'm like, what is this guy doing that's now so different and so innovative? And you've just told us. I mean, that's a terrific story. And like anything that bubbles up out of nothing, it's a need. What is it what problem is going to be solved? And the higher the difference between the need and the gap that actually is right now, and the better you can solve it is, the more successful you're going to be. So I applaud you on so many levels, getting the family involved, actually getting laundry done, which is, I will do it, but only under duress. My wife loves to do it, believe it or not. There are people that enjoy it. And to me, I try to do it. I buy as many clothes as I need, so I only have to do laundry once a month. That's when they recycle. So I'm now curious as to, it's great to have formed the app and get the setup so that people can come in and be launderers and then obviously customers. But how did it mushroom? How do you have like these quote unquote franchises at different places around the country?
Well, there's a lot written about this. The key to this, despite all of the discussion about marketing strategies and growth hacks and all of this stuff, it's all important, and it's all important in terms of building a business. But the most important thing about building a business and getting it to grow is to have a world-class product or service. Mm-hmm. And when you have a world-class product or service and you're really filling a need, the marketing, of course, can help, but it begins to take on a life of its own. So, we've been really very blessed that we're filling an important need and we're doing it well. Mm-hmm. And I can't claim any brilliant marketing strategies. In fact, we just finished a $10 million seed round. We just closed a $10 million seed round.
Nice.
And we're going to be hiring and building the team. Everything that we've accomplished so far, which is, we're in 400 markets nationwide, 70,000 launderers, the first and only, nationwide marketplace for laundry. I mean, all sorts of accolades and accomplishments. It was all accomplished with myself, my 2 sons, 1 developer, and a small customer service team. So now that we've raised this money, we need to, really build the team, and we are going to be hiring a head of growth or a VP of marketing, whatever you want to call it. And believe it or not, he or she will be the first marketer in the company.
Yeah, I love that you say that, Mort, because people think you have to spend a lot of money to explode your business, and sometimes that's where it's misplaced. That sometimes just having a great idea, and as Bill said, really you have to fill a need that the marketplace needs. You did, and hence why you didn't have to spend super loads of money to get started, because the need was already there. You just had to be there to meet it.
Yeah. So sometimes there's been, this is not my idea. There's been a lot written about this, especially coming out of Silicon Valley. And the whole YC community. Mm-hmm. But, the message there is all about investing deeply in the product itself. Mm-hmm. And when you do that, there's much less of a need to invest in the marketing and advertising, because it takes care of itself, and it grows virally.
Well, as you're saying this, the word of mouth associated with anything, I mean, something can go viral, if somebody happens to slap somebody at the Grammy or at the Academy Awards, in the face, the whole world is talking about it. And this is obviously more under the radar than that, but you're filling such an important task. And the amount of, the real thing, at least as you're saying it, is the amount of hours that somebody can save by just saying, here's my laundry, knock yourself out. Yeah. And that's the coolest thing that I'm hearing out of all of this.
Oh, yeah.
So what I'm going to show you here, I'll show you just an example of what I'm talking about. And you can't buy this. Mm-mm.
is awesome.
I got that app, SudShare, right? They did my laundry. $1 per pound. I was charged $21.60. It was just dropped off. Let's see how it's delivered. I'm excited. I got my laundry done. So this is how it's delivered. And there's like my laundry bag she picked it up in. Oh my God. And it's all like labeled. And she gave me a candy cane. Okay. And insane. And I'm so excited about it. Like, look at that. It's organized. It's all clean. All I have to do is go put it away. Yeah. SudShare, guys, totally worth it. I'm sorry, but my time is so valuable. And it literally takes me 3 days to do laundry because I hate it so much. And this was done in 24 hours. And all I literally have to do is go take what she gave me and put them in the correct drawers.
Boo.
I'm never doing laundry again, ever.
So, it's totally organic. We didn't pay for it. And she has over 1 million followers.
That's awesome.
On her own site. Oh, okay. Yeah. This is good too.
Yeah. Word of mouth.
Yeah.
So like that's how you grow nationally, is you just blow people away with the quality of what you're doing.
Where do you find good laundry, Peeps, that you trust can do up to standard for your customers? How do you go about doing that?
Yeah, so that's a really interesting part of the business. So SudShare is a marketplace. Mm-hmm. So think Uber for laundry. So on one side of the platform, we've got our customers that are outsourcing the laundry to us. And then on the other side of the platform, we have our launderers who we call Sudsters. Now, the question is, in this market, competing against Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, et cetera, how do we get these gig workers to do this work? So I'll introduce you to the second problem SudShare solves, which is that people who don't work behind or can't work behind a desk for a living, people who don't have necessarily the background or the skills to work from home, people who work in restaurants, factories, Amazon's fulfillment, they want to work from home too, but they can't. They don't have the skills or the background or whatever it is. But what they do have is an underutilized washer and dryer. And you combine that with the SudShare app and voila, you've got the first ever, and I don't think that's an exaggeration, the first ever manual labor work from home gig in the world. And so, if you're asking, how do we get great? Because Uber, Lyft, they're spending $1 gazillion trying to get workers and they're losing them. We're spending like nothing and they're coming in droves. So I won't take over your screen with another one of those videos, but that kind of video that we have for customers, we've got the same kind with Sudsters, where they're just raving like, this is the first time in my life I've ever been able to work from home. I'm a stay-at-home mom. This is unbelievable. And they've got followers and they've got friends and they're watching the video. And it's just like, again, when you're offering something that really is providing a need, they come.
Yeah. And more than one need. You're taking care of people with laundry, and then you're helping people who need that extra income or want to work from home, but never had the opportunity prior.
Exactly. And because there's so many of them, and because the competition for the customers is so great, they have to perform at a very, very high level in order to stay in the network because they're all ranked. There's a ranking system. Like we've kind of gamified it or created a competition. So the higher their rank, the more orders they get access to. And the lower their rank, they could even get purged from the system. And because there's so many people that want this opportunity, they've got to really perform a great. So that's why you saw like with Katie, the Sudsters delivering a candy cane and a personal note and tying it with a colorful ribbon. She's trying to impress the customer, get a high rating, get a big tip. And so it's this cycle of satisfaction where the Sudster satisfies the customer satisfies the Sudster, everybody's happy, and it just keeps steamrolling.
So the woman that was in the video paid, I think she said $21.60 for 3 days worth of laundry, and which is a huge amount, obviously, of laundry for a relatively low amount. Because if you go to a dry cleaner with any of that, you're going to be 3, 5, 10 times that. And there are other services like Tide has the you can drop your laundry off and they'll take care of it, but you still have to go there and get it. You can't just press the app and have somebody get you.
Right.
Uber, Lyft drivers, depending on who I've spoken with, can make between 15 and say 50 an hour, depending on supply and demand at a given time of day. What kind of wages could somebody who's doing this work expect?
We pay our Sudsters 75 cents per pound.
Okay.
Plus they earn tips.
Understood. Okay.
Wow.
Now, that probably doesn't mean much to most people listening, like, what's a pound of laundry? So if you were to translate that into dollars per hour, it translates into, I'm going to give you a range because it really depends on how fast they work. And, so it translates into like $15 to $35 per hour.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Our top Sudster makes about $5,000 a month.
Whoa. Okay, I need to go and do a new business.
And our average active Sudster, when I say active, like average, sorry, not average active. Our average, let me rephrase. Our number one Sudster makes about $5,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Our average top Sudster makes about $2,500 a month.
Okay.
And they stay home.
So I was going to say, the important thing to understand is
commuting costs. Yes, right.
Yeah, and the other thing is they're doing it while they're watching their kid, while they're watching television, while they're home.
Yeah.
So it's not comparable to like working behind the counter at CVS or at Amazon's fulfillment center. It's not, for them, it's not comparable.
No.
I'm home.
Yeah.
I can multitask and I can, I'm my own boss. I can work when I want. I can go on vacation. I can take a day off. They're independent contractors, setting their own schedule. And, one day they can take one order. The next day they can take 10 orders. The next day they can take off.
True.
So it's, so the pay, I think, is obviously valuable to them and very competitive, but it's definitely not the driving factor behind them being satisfied.
Understood.
Yeah, I love this. Well, we could go on forever, but I don't want us to leave without everyone finding out how they could either become a wonderful Sudster customer or a Sudster helper and get those laundry done for the very needy people out there. How could they do that?
Very simple. Go to SudShare.com, SUDSHARE, and you can either get your laundry done with the tap of an app, or you can sign up to be a Sudster.
So they can just download the app either to smartphone and to Android as well?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, this has been fabulous having you share today. I thank you so much, Mort, for coming to share your great brilliance today on Savvy Broadcasting. And everyone, please go to SudShare.com today to get your laundry done. Thank you so much, Mort, for coming to Savvy Broadcasting.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Like, subscribe, and share this episode. To listen to more savvy episodes and savvy biz tips, go to www.lifeunscriptedradio.com. To find out about our paid sponsorship opportunities or how to become a guest, email Christina at lifeunscriptedradio.com.